Finding the right spot for your base building in a survival game is absolutely necessary, and of course in Dune Awakening that's not really a difference. If you just want to know where that spot is, in my opinion, then you can jump a little bit ahead in the video and I will show you the space right there. If you want to know my reasoning and also get some tips to actually make the tutorial area pass faster and that you are not running into some issues, then you should of course watch the whole video, because there are actually a few information which are pretty important. Like, for an example, the game makes you destroy your first base or you cannot continue the main quest. Yes, you heard that right. At the end of the tutorial area, the game is making you move to the next area and make you build a base. And then the game is like, oh, cool, you built a new base, now destroy the old and lose everything. And it's like, wait, what? Why did nobody tell me about this? Well, now you know. So you want to actually build relatively compact and you don't want to overfarm. Because when you are going into the next area, this is where you stay for a relatively long time. Like in the first area, you stay about for 4 to 6 hours if you were just like on your first playthrough and you were trying to learn the game and all that. But then you move on, and the more resources you have to take with you, the longer it would take, and you have to do multiple rounds with your sand bike. And to be honest, most of the resources you will be able to gather relatively quickly in the new area, because you are also getting better tools where you are also gathering more stuff and all that, and you are getting a little bit more technological advantages to the previous area. And so everything goes faster. And the best advice I can give you is do not gather too much resources. Just gather enough for the quest, follow the main quest as quickly as possible, and then move on. And I can already hear some people say, but Mo, did you not know that you can actually take your previous base with you and just copy paste it? Yes, I do. But there is an asterisk to that. It literally just copies your walls and your floors, right? It copies basically the exterior of the house, but not the interior. Everything else stays behind. And that, again, goes for your resources and all that, and you still would have to transport it. This is why I say just build a compact cube in the first area. Make sure that you can cram in all the stuff you basically need for the main quest. And then the moment they give you the option to move into the next area, you do, right? This is where you actually will start to build your first real base, because you get all the resources there. You also get like a lot of new interior stuff. And more importantly, your base becomes much bigger. So do that as quickly as possible. But Mo, where is the perfect spot in the area? You can see it here in the video, right? Why did I put it there? So I put it there because it is very close to all the important quest areas. This is where you have to go into the dungeon, where you have to go to the outpost, where you have to do like a story cinematic scene very often. Like, it's all around that particular spot, and you can quickly reach that on foot, because don't forget, you get the sand bike when you have to leave the area, not before that. So getting everywhere super quickly makes the spot really good. But Mo, somebody has already built on that spot. What do I do about that? Well, it's pretty simple. Look around. Like, you can definitely build something more to the left, more to the right, on the other side of the sand or something like that. Not in the sand. Very bad. Do not build in the sand. But you can do it on the other side of like this little sand thingy or sand river, whatever you want to call it, in the middle. And you will find a spot in the vicinity. That is important. And then you can reach all the spots very easily for the quest. There is one last thing. There's a hook. And I cannot really like do anything about that, because the game is deciding by rolling the dice where you start on the map. And that can be far in the east or far in the west on the map. And if it spawns you in the far east, congratulations, That's the good spot because it is pretty close to actually where you want to build. If you're being spawned far in the west, well, I'm sorry for you, but you have to walk quite a bit. I think it's like 3 or 4 kilometers you have to walk. And again, you don't really have like a lot of movability abilities or even a vehicle, so you will have to walk a little bit at the beginning. But that is still better than just building your base far in the west, because it would take you every time like 10 minutes to get everywhere instead of just walking 10 minutes at the beginning and then have everything in a 1 minute walk vicinity, right? Like, do the walk. If you're starting out in the west, you will be thankful later on for that. But again, the moment they tell you to leave the tutorial area, please do. Do not hold back, because you will have to destroy everything anyways, and just take the resources with you need. With that said, I hope this video was helpful. If you still have some questions, let me know down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, you want to see more Dune Awakening videos and of course other RP games and survival games, then I would appreciate if you might consider to subscribe. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Bye-bye.